Alright guys, we are back with Game 2 of the finals. Legion facing off against Eager right now. Eager have a 1-0 lead going into Game 2. It's a best-of-3 series. Legion need to win this matchup, or their hopes of first place for this week are going to be just completely gone.
Wow! First ban coming out from Legion in this one. Zhong Kui taken off the table. No more, lasses! No more. We don't want to deal with the fat man with the ghosts.
Definitely.
We're not going to deal with it. We're going to take it out of the game and make sure you're not going to have it available. What else you got in the bag is what they're saying to lasses now when the boys of Eager with that ban.
Going back a couple games, his Agni was pretty spot on. We saw good Isis play as well, so he has some other gods to fall back to. The question is, are they going to invest their second ban as well to kind of shutting down Lassus, or are they going to go some more of the safer bans? It's going to be a Bakasura removed from the table. You don't want to see him in the solo lane these days, that's to say the least. Those Butcher Blades, that early game scaling makes him very, very good. The kind of going thing is there's very few matchups where Bakasura it doesn't at least go even, so just banning him out is a pretty good play. Sylvana's going to be the final ban as well for Phase 1 for Eager, but that means Serqet getting locked in for Legion.
I'm noticing this more and more. Have you noticed the priority on Sylvanas now being banned over Athena at the moment? People are starting to realize that Athena's still Athena, but Sylvanas, with the fact that he can get that sustain off with Wisps, the protections as well, plus Lotus Crown is a viable option for him. It is too strong, and his wave clear is too good as well, so Sylvanas is back on the chopping block of Bannerinos, which means Athena gets through. People are prioritizing Geb over Athena. In this situation, I'm fine with this because it makes sense because of the fact that Aurora played a great game of Geb and they didn't really have too many issues with Pain DV on Athena that time round. Well, let's be honest, apart from that Gold Fury steal, which Pain did very, very well at the game.
Yeah, and they're picking that Cupid as well. That kind of makes sure that you can't pick Xbalanque. If you do, well, that would just be plain out foolish, but that does leave Anhur still on the table, going to lock that one in for themselves. We saw it a few times so far today. Panda Cat had him last game. It worked okay, but didn't do what they needed it to do. Zatman going to be trying his hand at this time, and the way Zatman's been playing, this could be pretty scary.
It'll be a rematch. Panda Cat was on, like you said, Anhur last time round, so this time is Zatman's turn with Anhur, and we'll see how this one plays out for him. Cattleban phase coming through right now. I'm not sure what's been banned here.
Yeah, they're going to ban out the Isis. Eager's going to ban it out, making sure that Duro can't pick that up for himself. I would maybe the Agni ban coming out, just making sure Lassus can't pick that up, and remove some of that AoE damage potentially.
Well, then it'll be Ra, I suspect. If they ban Agni here, Lassus will probably fall back to Ra, default to that maybe. He has got potential other gods in his pool. I expect Ra. Look at me, I'm good at this game.
Yeah,
I'm good at this. I should cast, man.
Yeah,
I'd be a good caster.
Well, that exactly as it was. Ra getting picked up in the mid lane. He's going to have that advantage as well, unless they have a mid lane guy with a lot of wave clear early on. Ra's going to be able to push a lot of minion waves to that tower using a Solar Blessing, just keep their health topped up. And at the worst case, he forces an extra ability worth of wave clear out of the opposing mid laner, which means they might start to struggle a little bit with mana early on until they really get their build kind of going a little bit more. They're looking at Hercules right now over the solo lane. It could work out pretty well. We've seen Hercules played a couple times over there so far today. Yeah, he's still Hercules. A little bit toned down from Season 1, but he's still Hercules. Big man.
He's still Herc.
Yep.
The changes that were changed to Hercules weren't enough to take him out of the meta. He's still strong in that lane. But what they do... I'm funny. They've left that Vamana available for Anatoly here as well, so we might see Vamana locked in at the end for them. It's kind of Anatoly's go-to. He might play the Batz though, in which case we may see a different jungler pop up. We'll find out shortly.
Yeah. One more pick to come out. The Poseidon in the mid lane against Ra will do reasonably well. The Whirlpool's pretty good wave clear. Going for the Chaac again after that last game. I can't say I'm too surprised with that. He was just kind of everywhere at the same time. He'd run forward. The entire enemy team would back off because, well, there's, like you said, there's an axe murderer amongst us. And, well, he's swinging at that very, very large axe all over the place, and we don't want to be hit by it.
Teams on paper, I mean, I'm looking for the compositions. I really like Legion's team here. A little bit more fragmented of a composition coming out from Eager this time round. They've tried to focus on Ra in terms of the bans here, but with the heal, with being able to just play Ra and play safe in the mid lane, he should be okay. And like Poseidon was left all the way through, so Poseidon with the early push should be an advantage for him a little bit, unless Lassus gets to lane. Actually, Lassus will get to lane a little bit quicker, so you'll see Lassus not have a real big issue in this. It's going to be about positioning for the most part. Keep an eye on Geb for the initiations along with Batz for the boys of Eager. Meanwhile, across the way, Athena, Cupid, Poseidon, Hercules, Serqet. Multiple opportunities for engagement.
Definitely. That said, guys, we do have the match available. We have to get in game and actually sync ourselves up, so we're going to cut to a quick little minute or so break. We'll be back to the game here in just a few just about a minute. Enjoy the music. We'll be back with game number 2. Eager up 1-0 in this best of 3 match. Legion need to find a victory in this game, or they'll be out in second place this week. Alright guys, we are back. Game number 2. Legion facing off against Eager right now. Legion, like I said, need to take this game right now, or Eager going to run away with a 2-0 sweep for week number 3 of the North American Challenger Cup. I'm Zayden here with Hindu Man once again. It's going to come down to this for Legion right now. They'll hold on to first place, but, going forward, that big pack of teams at the front for North America, they really want to hold them to this lead by a large margin if they can.
If this keeps going the way it's going, Eager keeps coming first and Legion keeps coming second, Eager will pip him to the post for rank number 1 spot. But at the moment, it's still anyone's game. Only week 3. This is 1-0 to Eager this week, and there's still a potential 2 games left in this one right now. Once again, we're going to see Totally go with the same build he went last time round with this power pot start, 5 health potions, and the Death's Toll. So looking for uber poke power early on. Doesn't necessarily need the Bluestone Pendant, just because it's Chaac, let's be honest. He's going to get his blue buff. And at the same time, he's also going to have his passive kick in every time he uses autos to the 5th one. His next ability is free. Buy 5, get 1 free. There you go.
Pretty much. Yeah. And going forward, last game we talked about the potion start. Will it pay off? Nothing happens if he gets picked off or anything like that. The fact that the game went slow, the way the game played out, I feel, he's sort of a quote-unquote waste of 450 gold. But even if things kind of go even, you're a little bit behind in that regard. But sometimes just keeping more or less even overall, just staying alive can be pretty effective. But that potion popped yet again. The question comes down to, are they going to look to play this lane differently? Or is it just kind of get more out of your Thunder Strikes and
it's kind of push the wave in as hard as you can, because Hercules in the very early game, he doesn't have full wave clear unless he driving strikes get online a little bit earlier. On top of that is that he does free up the active slot as well. If you can deny some minions to the tower for Hercules, as well as be able to use 2 active slots, the power pot can be useful. And I can understand the mentality of that. It's just, getting it through and understanding that if you get picked early, you've put yourself at a deficit. You have to play the lane correctly and abuse the power pot. DJ Predicus going to hang around those corner here on the right. Got to look to rotate back in again just in case it's over aggression. But this time, we're not seeing an early rotation out of either jungler. Last time we did.
Yeah, nothing came of it last game. Hercules looking for the driving strike right there, did not find it. Did pick up some of those melee minions, however, so we got a little something out of it. Over in that duo lane, the minions have been pushed back all the way to the Eager Tower over here. The wave clear coming out right now off of that Athena and Cupid seems to be working out fairly well. The Heart Bomb's doing pretty good work so far. And for now, it looks like a bit of a, similar to last game, a bit of a slow start. No one really looking for anything as of yet. That said, Painivian just went for the taunt in the middle of a lot of minions, though. That Marco Vanguard might be paying off quite well right here. As they look for
the Vanguard online for Geb. I mean, it's not surprising Auror's going for the Vanguard again. The early lane for Geb is really rough, and he's got to play it very carefully. He's got to take a lot of poke from Athena, a lot of poke from the Cupid as well. So got to be very, very carefully positioned. Normally you don't want the Watcher's Gift, you want the extra sustain, the extra damage, the extra mana regen, the extra gold. But that man went way too aggressive then. He had a lot of poke for his trouble, but luckily Auror was there with a nice shield. DJ Pedicus is still here in this right-hand lane looking at that one as well. Totally under a bit of pressure. Meanwhile, Dare to Care going to steal away some jungle.
Zatman has to be careful now. Athena just got her first point in that taunt, which means that crowd control is going to be online. It's pretty short at rank 1. Anatoly taking a lot of poke there from Hercules, who I believe got driving strike into the wall. There's the Earthbreaker as well. This might not be good for Anatoly. First blood might get drawn. Anatoly very, very low. That potion. This is going to be a huge first blood, but well played. Not going to find the last auto attack or 2 he needed. Anatoly barely surviving that engagement.
He does survive him, so he'll be able to regen under his tower. Just going to watch his positioning now. Well played. He in a bit of poke from these archers for free. And Toli's regenning up, and well played. Obviously has the mitigate wounds pop, but it's not that high a rank now. So he's eating more than he's actually dealing to Toli and losing this trade.
Yeah, Doro as well right here. Almost got caught out. They didn't want to look to invest too much as of yet. Mid-Harpies are about to spawn. Over in that soul lane, healing is keeping both those guys alive, but they have to be careful. Mid-Harpies right now looking like they're going to be traded 1-for-1. Lassus looked for the Searing Pain steal over the wall, but I believe DJ Pernicus reset them just in the nick of time, or didn't start them rather. So the steal wasn't really a viable option for Lassus.
Everything's still even on the boards right now. Just take into account that Toli's not managed to push in this lane just yet, which hasn't denied much gold, which technically means they're down 450 gold. When that potion does tick off, it does free up the active slot though, so he doesn't have to go for the hog during the early stages. Mid lane going to be farmed up by 3 members of Eager here, and quick base from Lassus and Dare to Care going to give a bit of a map opportunity available for Legion. But what is there available to take? Well, not a lot, so it's just going to be a bit much of a farm fest.
Buff camps are going to be respawning here in just a little bit. Eager last game was going very frequently into the enemy jungle to steal away those buff camps. I'll be curious if they look to do that again. That was kind of the beginning of the game last game. They kind of started Eager rolling early on. You take that damage buff away from the mid laner, they're not getting that extra damage. You take the attack buff from the AD carry, they have a rougher time in lane. If they look to do that again, this could be the first real point in the game where we have really potential for the team fight. Mid Harpies are a little bit of a wash. They said, well, we'll just go 1 for 1, no big deal, we'll play even forward. Right now, Eager have a small gold lead just off of the minion farming, a little tiny bit of a one.
Left hand side going to go aggressive. Zapman's under a bit of pressure here. The Athena ult's coming out as well. Defending Olympus, looking for the dunk. Zapman's going to up into the sky. We're going to go into slow-mo for action, replay action there. Zapman gets hit by a shield as well. Cataclysm hits only onto Pain Devion. Pain Devion's going to disengage, but guess who's here? Delta Cares on the back.
Fear no evil. There's a snipe from Lassus on the tail end of that. The beam is good. He gets the kill. Lassus finds a double with the solar blessing onto Pain Devion. 2 kills coming out. Eager have the opportunity as well. There's a Serqet coming around from behind. But just be careful, there's 4 members here. They're looking to zone out. It would, yeah, definitely not. Answer back, she would likely fall as well. You don't want to go into that mess of God, just the body blocking area. Serqet, she's mobile. She can sneak her way through. Can they secure this buff camp? It looks like they will not. DJ Pernigus answers back with that buff steal. So, small consolation prize there, but first and second blood go the way of Eager. So far, this is looking to be a little bit of a repeat of the last game.
That Zapman snipe there was fantastic. Zapman snipe, Lassus snipe was fantastic. They gave him just the tip and it was enough to secure the kill onto Panda Cat for that first blood. They dropped Pain Devion soon after. They did steal away the purple buff, but was it really worthwhile? Look at the golden experience. Not worthwhile enough. 2 quick picks, and that was honestly down to Eager going aggressive more than anything else. Zapman baited Panda Cat into a trade that just didn't work out very well for them.
Yeah, a big part of it is those rotations. When you want to make a big play like that, you have to make sure you know where the enemy team is. And in that particular instance, Legion, they were a little bit closer than they thought. Taunt coming in, how possibly here from Pain to be on the second, not going to go for it. Zapman already far enough out of that shield will even take that first tick of damage. So the support's hanging around over here on the left side of the map. Harpies are about to be respawning here. I expect the rotations from those guys here in very short order. And meanwhile, pretty much the rest of the map, just pretty much jungle buffs getting cleaned up for the time being. A little bit of a delay on the speed buff for Legion might be a wise decision overall. Make sure that Eager don't have like the identical timings with us so they can't look to start stealing that one away. Left side, Pain Devion still looking for a lot of aggression onto Zapman, but Panda Cat's really not in position to capitalize on any taunts coming out.
Not really, Zapman's going to leap away. Left hand Harpies have spawned Adoros here, but he sees Dare to Care as well. Dare to Care going to take him away, but DJ Pedicus on the backside actually going aggressive onto Lassus. Fear no evil popped as well, but the beads from DJ allows him to keep the pressure onto Lassus, who's not regenerating there. There's a Kraken, but the Aegis buys him enough time. The taunt in from Pain Devion does not secure Lassus. And on the backside, here comes Tony!
With the Storm Call coming down, finding that kill, looking for even more into Dora right now. Dora out of mana, have enough for a Trident, but that's going to be about it. Right side Harpies are still up. Eager rotating over for those. They have 3 kills on the board. Most of the mid Harpies have gone their way so far. As Wellpaid is looking to come around the side and do something. The driving check in the wall. Roar not really tanky right now. And it's only finds a kill onto DJ in the mid lane.
Lassie sniped Pernicus and allowed Tony to just clean up there. Get himself another kill. 2 quick kills for Chaac. Nothing really for Wellplayed coming out of that one at all. So Eager once again with the superior rotations coming out and making them pay off.
Definitely. Right now, some items starting to come online. Ra going for the Shoes of Focus, getting that cooldown reduction. You know, because his Searing Pain is not on a short enough cooldown to begin with.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Laser beams.
You know, and let's just lower it further down. I mean, you know, it's so long.
I think it's 25
max
seconds,
rank
26 seconds.
Yeah, max rank is 50 seconds. But hey, who cares? Let's just give him cooldown reduction as well. Yay.
Yep.
Yeah, yay. More snipes. And if he keeps giving those snipes off like he is doing, Lassie's going to keep finding kills and assists all along. Pain Devion going to be careful here. That was a bit risky the way he just passed through, but preemptive strike will get him out of the bad spot he found himself in. I like the rotation from Legion, honestly. They focused on going for Lasses, but they could have potentially picked up Dare to Care for free, and they chose to go for that. Blinking from Aurora mid lane. They're looking to try and make something happen. Shockwave as well. Dare to Care gets hit by a taunt as he fear no evils. Snipe does connect from Lasses on the backside, but here's DJ Pinnacus. Aurora could be in trouble. Kraken onto Dare to Care. Tidal Wave confirms it, and everybody disengages. First kill for Legion.
Yeah, but with that though, Eager rotating over to the left side jungle, Panic Edge, saying, okay, nothing's going on here. He's actually going to poke the gold fear a couple times, get a little bit of light steal out of that one, I guess. Stacks online for those Varus guns coming up. The big thing in these fights is going to be that was a bit of an aggressive initiation by Aurora, that Blink Cataclysm. He did survive, but the rest of the team...
Oh, they're going gold. Oh, this is a good call. Athena, defending Olympus gets used as well. They're going to rush this. Lassie's can't do anything. Snipes on cooldown. That was all because of Eager's mistake. Zapman tries to use Desert Fury, not going to find anything. But that was the aggression from Eager in mid lane that set themselves up to fail. I mean, they went for the big wombo. Defense was there, well played by Legion, and now because they capitalize on that situation, they can then go for the Gold Fury and bring themselves back to even, at least in gold.
Yeah, but the big part of that was they were looking for the quick pick on Pain to Beyond. The Searing Pain hit, but it was not enough to confirm the kill, and they had nobody nearby to actually kill off Pain to Beyond and secure that one out. You can do all the damage in the world, but if they survive even with just a single point of health, they live to fight another day. And when in the case of Athena, you know, you can defend Olympus back into the fight after you recall, and like we saw there, turn into a Gold Fury in very short order. Taunt down to Aurora once again. Support's still very, very squishy right now. Took a lot of damage on that combo. Here comes DJ Pernick as well. Fears of Love down.
Oh, Panda. Panda going in deep with the Fears of Love. Really looking for it there. Going to get him out of range though. There's a good pillar there from Zapman as well, actually, to make sure he could get himself out of range. There was no real follow-up. Dirty Cat was swinging around if Pernicus came in, so it was a bit risky. I agree with Legion on the disengage there. Mid-Harpy spawn on the left. You can always see DJ is in position for those.
At the right side, a little bit offset, not going to see that fight coming out for a little bit. Mid lane, just some farm going on, well played, rotating over, still kind of hanging around. Anatoly kind of has, he's been left to his own devices over there, but not really able to push too quickly to that tower. A couple minions might get denied to Hercules, but he just picked up a full wave in middle, so kind of works out overall for him. And
right Harpies are spawning any second. I already see the Eager in position, trying to continue to extend their experience lead, their gold lead. They've lost that, and that's because of the Gold Fury, but they should be able to gather it back now with that going down for them. Or at least I believe they should. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm lying once again. Scumbag Hindu, as Panda Cat continues to farm and keep the pressure on with the gold.
Yep, it's in favor of Legion ever so slightly right now. This is what they need to see. That early on in Game 2, if you find yourself down and out early on, it's a morale thing as well. It kind of weighs on you a little bit. It's like, you know, we're good. We know what we're supposed to be doing. Can we actually execute it when you're losing early? Ooh, this could be a big play. The stun from the Harp on the Kraken coming out as well. Cataclysm was dropped, but he's not going to be getting another one. Another kill on the board for Legion, extending their gold lead just that much further. This is what Legion need to be doing right now. They're behind on kills, but they're making the plays and getting the picks in the game. They got that Gold Fury as well. Game 2 is right now in their hands. It's their game to lose. They have a small lead, and they need this win big time.
This is what they needed to do, though, because Eager Game 1, they waited for Legion to make the mistakes and capitalized on them. Then Eager made a couple of misplays in that game because they overextended. This time round, though, Legion know what's up. They're going to wait for Eager to make the mistakes. Aurora gets cut out of position a little bit too aggressive there. He gets punished for it. They go aggressive in mid lane earlier on. They get punished for it by losing the Gold Fury. All Legion need to do is wait for Eager to make a mistake, abuse the situation, and capitalize on it, and they'll be able to get themselves back in this and take the game.
Yep, Chaac has his teleport online, going to be able to respond and join up a team fight elsewhere potentially, leaving Hercules kind of on his own in that right lane with the track across the map to join up with the potential team fight. Words are still apparently hard. Sandman almost getting taunted by Pain to Beyond over in that duo lane.
Lots of beads there. He had to beads that, so that's on cooldown. Also keep an eye on whether you're going to see a rotation coming out from DJ Pernicus soon. The next taunt from Pain to Beyond could potentially kill Zapman here if he's not careful.
Yeah, bit of a slap fight over in that solo lane. Well, not much on the map right now. Pretty much everything on cooldown for a little while. Speed buff was just picked up by DJ Pernicus. As we look over the mid lane, Derek coming around that corner, not really able to find anything. The common thing these days is these big groupings in the mid lane. It kind of sets up nice little groupings, nice team fights potentially, but actually it feels love drop down left side. Zapman using that Desert Fury to get on out. Beads are already down. This might not end too well.
I said it. No beads, Desert Fury on cooldown, trying to block. Oh, is this Pain to Beyond? But here comes reinforcements. They're not looking to engage because Poseidon, as well as Serqet, was on the way over. So a disengaged Zapman lives, able to pick up some of his farm. He was very lucky to get out of that one, but he played it very well too.
He's going to have no form of crowd control immunity going forward for about a minute now. Desert Fury, it's a reasonably short cooldown.
Keep an eye for a taunt.
Yeah, while that's down, it's going to be a big possibility. There's the preemptive strike coming forward. Not going to find a good disperse from Zapman to avoid that follow-up taunt. That likely would have been a dead Anhur right there if that had connected. Harpy spawning, Eager taking those once again on the left-hand side.
Yeah, right one's on a bit of a separate cooldown right now. It's a shame they couldn't manage to force that man back a little bit later in this lane just so they could go for the Gold Fury because it's up in 30 seconds time. And with Legion having the exact timer of that one now, I wonder if they'll try and siege that immediately. Interesting thing of note though, Tolly has taken down that tower on the right hand side already, and with teleport available, he can start roaming the map a little bit, putting the pressure on and leaving well played to try and even that out in that lane, which means he can be more available for Gold Furies or getting involved in this map. But here's Lass is getting picked. Oh, the bad combination of skills issues. Fair no evil. DJ's in trouble. Panda Cat throws out heals, but Dare's going deep.
They are indeed. Zapman in the back, or excuse me, yeah, Zapman in the middle of this one right now, trying to stay alive. The damage coming out from Poseidon is good, but he is still up and able to disperse on out of this fight. It was messy. They messed up that crowd control combo, and that set up for the rest of the fight just kind of be a wash.
That was
Gold
messy
Fury is
from
available.
everyone.
That was so much overlap crowd control. Everybody dumped everything on Lassus looking for the pick, and they had nothing left for the follow-up on the team fight.
And then on top of that, Eager's reinitiation, they didn't get a clean kill onto anybody as well. Totally turns up, doesn't manage to find the ultimate as well, and secure the kill. So everybody lives. We go back to farming again, and we won't see a Gold Fury for the time being unless somebody gets picked.
Right side Harpy's going to Eager as well. On the back of that tower, plus those mid-Harpy pickups, Eager have once again grabbed control. Well, it's a little bit kind of wave. It's back and forth. It's pretty much even right now. Just wave to wave on as far as gold is concerned. Experience still a decent bit in favor of Eager just off the back of those couple extra kills.
Panda Cat.
Cataclysm is good. He's going to be able to get it. Phantom Olympus coming down. Desert Fury as well. The Little Heart's trying to stay alive. He's still up. The taunt from Pain to Beyond here will potentially deny any chase. Good long duration mez coming out of the Field's Love. Well, Panda got more than enough time to run away from that one.
Yeah, Panda Cat went aggressive on the Zapman, and that's when you saw the reinitiation from Anhur. But great work from Pain to Beyond to get over there to support his teammate as well. Good presence of mind to secure it. Now they're going to be able to farm up again. You can see Toli's rotated over to this mid lane, which forces Well Played over as well in case the Gold Fury gets sieged. The difference is that Well Played, if he hangs around, he's losing farm on this side of the map as the minion wave is slowly pushing back into Toli's favor right now, as you can see by the minion build up there. So slowly but surely that will build up and slowly move back to Toli's favor. So even if he gets pushed in, he can just teleport back there.
Exactly. So looking at things going forward, I mean, Legion, the game is pretty much back to dead even. The kill counts are irrelevant right now. It's all going to come down to the Gold Fury, I imagine, here in short order. Legion starting it up, trying to stink this one in. Aurora's coming around the corner, as is Zapman. Ultimate's not quite available for Geb or Anhur. No Desert Fury, no Cataclysm yet. They'll be up here in just a few seconds, though. If Legion don't sneak this Gold Fury and secure it very short order, we might have a full-blown team fight coming out. It's down to about 2/3 health right now. They're slowly whittling it away, but Aurora is waiting nearby, looking for the opportunity.
Zapman on the backside, though, cracking onto Aurora, and then you just saw Panda Cat floor into a Fear No Evil, gets evaporated. Well played, he's doing good work with the driving strike to force a disengage, but now he's Dare to Care, who's caught out, hit by the Cobra's Kiss. He's going to go down, last breath used there by DJ, and now it's Zapman and Lasses who get hit by a double top boulder combination. Toli, can you make anything happen?
They're looking to go forward. He's alive, he is Chaac, he is tanky. He'll probably get out safe. Lass is not quite going to take the full comp of DJ Pronagus, just going to pick up some minions with that one. Defender Olympus coming back in. They might look for something here if they find this taunt. There is the damage coming out of the Cobra's Kiss. They're looking for more right now, but they're under the tower. It would be a pretty risky dive for Legion. Dive didn't go well for Eager, and it looks like Legion just deciding, no, Gold Fury is available. Let's do that instead. But
I think this was a good play. This was a good play from Eager, honestly, because they stopped the Gold Fury when Adoro died. The reinitiation, though, coming out from the team here. Toli's on the front line trying to do work to Adoro on the back. Aurora's going to find the kill, actually. And now they're going to look for Well Played as well. The reinitiation from Legion was not good. And it looks like the boys of Eager already... Oh, Toli, the axe! You asked him a question, he knew half the answer, and he got half points, which means he lives. And Panic ain't going to keep him up, but they're still chasing him. They just blinked on for Pain to Beyond here. Can they find him?
He's looking for the juke, looking for the wheel. The Fields of Love is down. They're trying to keep him alive. Anatoly knocked up into the air. Can they find the kill? They will. They were looking for Pain to Beyond, but Pain to Beyond snuck her way out alive, and that's the big factor in this. Defender Olympus is down. Eager now turning their attention to the Gold Fury. With Athena so low on health, Pain to Beyond took a steal in this last... This is the same situation as the last game. If they don't zone them out, they could look for it.
Fear No Evil is up, just keep an eye on it as well. He tried to reset it there, Raw took damage, Fear No Evil. Gold Fury goes to Eager, Well Played goes down to a Celestial Beam from Lasses as well. So, killing spree for Lasses. Gold lead swings into Eager's favour. Once again, Experience lead, though, still continues in Eager's favour.
Definitely not. Eager right now have a small 1.7 thousand gold leader, so Legion want this game, like we've said a couple times already. They need to win this. They're down one game in this best-of-3 series. There's 40 extra seeding points on the line right now, and as close as the standings are right now, it's going to... Legion will not get knocked out of first place. But if they don't take first place as well, Eager are going to be right on their heels, and going forward to next week, Eager want to secure their place as first seed going forward into the last few weeks of this tournament. So Legion desperately want to make sure they get those seeding points and keep themselves at the top of the bracket. Going forward, though, this game, Eager, a couple little mistakes here and there. Legion are doing a good job to capitalize on it, but Legion are not mistake-free themselves, so this still could be anybody's game.
Legion are a lot more comfortable than game one for them. They seem a lot more in control. DJ Pernicus, I feel, is having a bigger impact this time round. He felt very, to me, isolated. He couldn't really get himself into the fights where he wanted to and make the impact with his Thor play. This time round on the Serqet, he's managing to get the picks and get himself out most of the time too. Iron Build's coming online too, so keep an eye on that, because once the crit starts coming on the Serqet, that's when you start seeing the big issues that can be provided by a Serqet, surprised by the lack of bans we've seen in Challenger Cup this week on her. But with the patch change, you know, times change and some gods become more of an issue.
Definitely. And as right now, Aurora rolling out, looking possible for Dora in the mid lane, not quite going to be able to catch up in time. Aurora kind of aborting that rollout attempt right there. Social Beam coming out for a little bit of wave clear. They were looking for Athena on the left side of that jungle as well. Right now, I mean, it's all going to come down to these picks. Potentially, there's a lot of wards down the map, and looking for the siege in the mid tower. I'm loving these early groupings at the Fire Giant. Force the fight, force them to respond to you, or we just take the tower for free.
Exactly, Sustain coming out from the boys of Eager is going to be able to tank him up. Totally can tank forever. Aurora can if he's going to get the heals coming out from Lassus too. So not a surprise. If you look at Lassus' build, he's going full cooldown reduction. Taking it off. Aurora just cackling on Paindivion, who charged in. Evaporation, sunshine. Taken out of the fight. Paindivion didn't stand a chance by that. Aurora with the presence of mind just to immediately cataclysm after the preemptive strike, and it was supposed to be a gank on him.
Yeah, one definitely backfired a little bit. Once again, though, Eager looking to say, you know what? That first tower was pretty delicious. Let's try our luck with number 2, and with with Paindivion off the table right now, it's gonna be a little bit easier to take. And Anatoly and DJ Pernicus kind of going at it a little bit in the right side of the jungle, but for now at least, the tower in the middle lane took about half south with them. The Kraken coming out for big damage. Adoro finds one kill.
Can they find more though? Because Wellplay's coming around the back. The boulder's gone deep, but he's going to chase after Aurora, who can roll faster. That's the important thing. Tony's going to get the hard bomb on him. Wellplay's going to secure that with the driving strike. Taunt does not land for Paindivion, but it's a potential for a Fire Giant here for Legion. There's not many members of Eager about. Serqet, DJ Pernicus, he's hunting down Aurora. You are not getting near this fire. We're taking this one for free. Or is he? Because Lassus, the support of supports, the mid lane of Lassus brings down DJ Pernicus. This gives hope for Aurora to steal.
It's going to come down to this one. This could be a big factor. The Fire Giant just about at that threshold. He's not going to arrive in time. The Aurora is going to get picked up as well by the Whirlpool from Adoro. Legion get a Fire Giant they so desperately need. Gold is still dead even right now, as Legion have the Fire Giant belt, but those extra stats mean they are ahead for the time being. Everybody but DJ Pernicus has that Fire Giant belt. As a melee assassin, not the highest priority for having that Fire Giant belt. It's all about making sure your 80 carry and ranged mages get that extra damage to objectives. And of course, those extra stats, it's about 5,000 worth. I mean, Legion have an overall lead right now. It is, for the time being at least, their game to lose.
Well, they've bought themselves time more than anything else here. They see the experience lead is still in Eager's favour. 20 minutes in, nobody level 20 on either team just yet. And with that, it means that experience is very, very valuable. Getting your skills leveled up at a base level gives you extra damage in that, let alone the fact that they'll be up more often in some cases with cooldowns too. So making sure you can just buy yourself time, bring back this experience lead back to even, and it almost is right now. This Fire Giant should bring this even thanks to the towers. They should potentially get off this.
Yeah, tier 1 probably not going to really be too well defended. Not really worth the 500 gold. It's too much of a risk. A little bit of a lane swap. I don't know if this is like a potential thing or this is how it just worked out. Pandacat trying to take this left side tier 1 tower as well. Anatoly going to be able to turn him pretty well, whereas Zatman would be kind of a back and forth fight.
Totally needs to be careful though, because he got rotated on as well by Adoro, and with that ultimate being used there by Chaac, now that Stormcall's on cooldown, they could try and rotate and kill Toli as a 5-man unit. Is this going to be a split push space race?
They're Eager's looking for that tier 2 tower right now. DJ Pernicus was there. They have the advantage right now. The extra damage is going to help even things out. Anatoly is doing what he can to delay this, but the full force of Legion is looking to bear down this left lane 4v4 on a split push. Right now, wow. Eager have the lead. They need to back off. Well played has gone back trying to deter this. They need to stop this.
Eager with the trade. They're going to crack him onto Pernicus. He's going to go down. No, he's not. Driving Imagine to juke away using Deathbane. The Phoenix is under threat. Great taunt from Divion. His team do get the tier 2 tower in left-hand lane. Can they re-aggress though is the question. Can they pick anyone? Will Divion just use taunt? So they do disengage. The good news though, Gold Fury is started up by Legion, so they're trying to make something worthwhile out of this. But Eager just kind of counteracted that for now.
Definitely, it's like, you know what, we don't really want to fight you right now. We don't want to try and defend those towers. We'll force you to go back to base by just taking your own objectives. And that worked out beautifully. They forced the recalls. They stopped the aggression for the time being. Will it work again? I'd imagine not. They just kind of lucked out. Legion had no wards on that side of the map, and by the time they realized that, oh, hey, the entire enemy team is at the right side tower, well, let's take it ourselves and head back to base. With the aggression, though, 5-man grouping mid lane, and everybody in Eager back in their own base, they'll have vision here going forward for the next little bit. There's still a minute and 10 seconds on this Fire Giant buff, so this tier 2 tower in the mid lane could very well be a threat. I don't see them taking a Phoenix off this particular Fire Giant, though.
Oh, torn in for Pain Divione, went in deep there as well. No Kraken just yet. Fear No Evil was used, and with the Fire Giant, they'll regen that back up. That's one ultimate down for Eager. Cataclysm still on cooldown, Zatman's Desert Fury on cooldown, Lasses only has Snipe, totally with the Storm Call, that's all they've got. The tier 2 tower gets sieged and drop Pendiv, and again with the Taunt. Who they focus on this time? Disengage one more time, Great Shield from a Raw, buy some time. They swing to the right hand side of Legion, looking for more towers.
Yeah, it's not going to stand too long. The full force of Legion is about to bear down on it. Looking at the overall state right now, DJ Pernicus is kind of rocking a bit of a global taunt. He, as one man, is kind of pulling people off to the sides of these fights, and it's doing work. It's allowing Legion to kind of take the tower for free. We saw it as well. DJ Pernicus delaying them a little bit in the right lane while Eager was looking for that siege. So the Fire Giant buff is about to fall off in just a few seconds. Vision control is desperately needed across the map right now for Legion. The wards are about to all start falling off the map. They are going one by one, falling off. It's like 5 just fell off in the last 2-3 seconds. Only 2 left standing. It's going to come down to more likely not this next Fire Giant come up here in just a minute.
The scary thing is, Zayden, the experience lead is still in Eager's favor. That just shows how well they've been doing on farming and keeping themselves ahead. They've just lost all their towers, and they still keep the experience lead in this game. The Gore Furies are 2-1 in Legion's favor. The Fire Giants are 1-0 in Legion's favor, yet Eager still have an experience lead, which is something pretty impressive to write home about, honestly. Normally, you don't normally mention that sort of stuff, but that's pretty impressive. In all fairness, to have that many towers down, the enemy team's got that many towers up, and you've still got an experience lead. This game is still even. This game is still anybody's right now.
A little bit of a gold deficit for Eager right now, but it's going to come down to this next Fire Giant. I mean, Legion have the lead by a little bit. I mean, look at the items. There's really nothing standing out as, oh, this person has a lot of items ahead. It's a slight, maybe 1 tier of an item difference between respective roles across both teams. As the wards have been placed down, there's a lot more still staying in hand. The Eager are going to be looking to start this Fire Giant dance. They're looking for some little bit of poke, a little bit of harass. Eager had the advantage of that Ra as well for sustain as they look for a dance. Any pokes going to be brought out quite quickly. Panda Cat is looking to start this Fire Giant right now as Aurora gets caught out.
He does get caught out, shields himself, has the Cataclysm as well. Keep an eye on the Kraken, it's available. They've knocked him down to half health. Panda Cat reset into an axe and has to heal himself up again with the share, the love. Well played though, taking a bit of poke from Zatman. Not enjoying that, I can tell you that much. So he's going to back away, getting hit by spears in the back of his neck. DJ Pernicus hanging around the side of the back, looking for a potential pick. Anyone out of position? Nobody yet. The stand is going to be here.
And you see on Lasses, ooh, there's the Fields of Love drop down. They're looking for this fight. Lasses caught out by the stun. Harpon about to connect as well for a little bit of damage. He has that Breastplate of Valor providing some protections, as well as that Warlock Sash for health. Adoro caught out. Beads immediately devoid that Fear No Evil. Whirlpool coming down. Can he stay alive? The Kraken, Desert Fury over the wall. Batman finds that one. Fight still in full swing as the people are bunching up all over the place right now.
Zap's gonna beat Panda Cat just about, but well played with the driving strike, takes him down in response. Celestial Beam does hit onto DJ Pernicus, but there's nothing else yet. Wait for the sustain for Lasses, is coming up now. They may re-engage, well played goes in, Pain Divion goes in, but while they're sustaining, it's not working out for Legion right now. So far it's a 2-for-1 trade, and there's not much damage left on the side of Legion.
Definitely not. It's all down to the DJ Pernicus. Pretty much well played, can displace people all over the place, but at this point, as much health and the protection is built up across the Eager lineup, he's not going to be doing that much. Lassus responded perfectly to the Serqet pick. Ra is fairly immobile. He gets some speed from his passive, but he taunted the tower. Earthbreaker, Dragon Strike as well, but that protection and that health, he's going to be fine coming out of this one, and it's totally tanking up. He is tanky to say the least. DJ coming around the back, deathbending through the entire lineup, but the health bars just are not moving right now while they're sitting in that Solar Blessing.
Because of the Solar Blessed, Lotus Crown as well. I mean, it's the heals plus the extra protections of the game, plus Toli's build. I mean, the guy could tank for days right now with that on him. Just one little tick of the heal coming out from Lasses is enough to just boost his protections for a few seconds, which buys him time for that. So Eager get themselves a tier 2 tower in mid for pretty much free. Gold difference still in Legion's favour though, and Fire Giant still stands. Gold Fury up in about 15 seconds. And there's always a chance that when the Gold Fury comes up here, one person gets themselves caught out of position, trying to bring that one down, and could force a fight the Fire Giant that swings one team's way.
Yeah, Eager right now are doing good to hold on despite the gold deficit. They have the XP advantage. I'm looking at these builds coming out, looking at the health bars as well. I know Unicorn kind of fell off the tail on Season 1, but with all that health and protection, I can't help but wonder if maybe a Unicorn-esque build, maybe a Kin-size somewhere to help deal with the fact that Lassus has so much health, some anti-healing come out. They have the Weakening Curse, but it's on the Divine Ruin, but it's only 8 seconds plus the Divine Ruin. Gold Fury fight kind of getting stirred up right now.
Go.
It's gonna.
This is a crazy fight. Crazy fight, because Zatman's going to get caught by DJ Pernicus from the back, has to use his beads as well. Going to get hit by the last breath and leap away, but chase on from the ambush. Meanwhile, Toli dealing with 2, getting knocked to half health. He's going to try and run away with the sprint and chase away as long as he can. Getting back to safety. Fear No Evil forced by Dare to Care to keep this one alive, but Aurora, watch yourself.
Ooh, they're looking for the kill right here. Cataclysm forced out. He's getting very low. Stone Shield on himself, trying to stay up in this engagement. He will be able to sneak out. Eager doing a good job keeping the entire team alive. The Boulder found good hits of damage. Solar Blessing being used immediately to get those health bars filling back up. This is going to mean once again, with only 2 ultimates per team left standing, it's down to the Kraken, the Defender of Olympus, Desert Fury, and the Snipe from Ra. They're healing up once again. Health bars are going in favor of Eager. They're trying to sneak in this Gold Fury, but it's going to be forced to reset. Legion, I don't know if they can necessarily look to fight this one out right now.
Well, we'll see, because it's Share the Love versus Solar Blessing. At the moment, Solar Blessing's been winning the Tonic Pale, but the Kraken hits multiple targets. The destruction is real as DJ still tries to go onto the backside looking for kills. Zatman gets out, so does Dare to Care. Lassus is surrounded, Juke boots required. Boy, there's 5 of them.
Lassus caught out by the Whirlpool, the Earthbreaker, the Driving Strike. He was not getting out. It's Legion right now, beelining across the map, looking for Fire Giant number 2. This late in the game with Athena coming back in just to secure it in case they need it. This is going to be brought down so quickly. It's getting chunked. It's going to be dead in about 2 seconds. Zatman might be here in time just to see them kind of walking away from it. He's not getting here in time. Good zoning by Well Played as well. It's now Legion's opportunity to look for a couple picks. If they can find somebody and keep Eager on tilt, victory could very well be in their hands here in the near future. But Eager
30 seconds. 30 seconds until Lassus respawns, and he's the focus that has been causing him issues. Toli's in trouble though, but he's going to use Stormcall to disengage. Heart Bomb, is he going to pop? Not going to force a stun out. They're still going for him though. Earthbreaker connects into a Driving Strike, forcing Toli again. Good Dare to Care, Fear No Evil coming out though to disengage and keep Toli standing, but the Phoenix Siege is happening again.
Indeed, Aurora going Blink Cataclysm did find a door on Panicat, will be enough. He's caught out. The damage coming out. Pernicus finds that kill. The full-on combo. The Phoenix in the mid lane is about to fall. Legion have cracked the defensive wall of the Eager base right now, and they're looking to start putting down the hammer on this one, looking to close the game out. In the back, Well Played, zoning out pretty much the entire team comp. Panicat making quick work of this Phoenix as well. Pain Beyond in the shifting sands, but able to get out. Big pickup there for Legion.
Big pickup for Legion, and now they've only got 1 Phoenix to deal with. It's the one furthest away from the Fire Giant. Which is the unfortunate thing, but they've got a siege on. They don't have to base, they can sustain back up. Maybe they will though, just to spend a bit of gold. You can see Adoro going back there, just see if he's going to complete his build off. Probably a Rodder Tahuti coming online there. Not got the gold for it just yet, just got the tier 2 version. But the rest of the team going to swing around left hand side now and begin sieging over this side. Eventually, actually, they change their mind. Scumbags make me look bad as usual. Go back and buy items now. Thanks, boys. Thanks.
They have a lot of time left. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the Fire Giant buff. That last engagement. Does Aurora even have protections? He just was completely melted. There's so much penetration on the side right now of Legion. They have the Executioner, they have the Spear of the Magus, they have the Titan's Bane, the Jotun's Wrath. The little bit of physical protection he had just did almost nothing for him right there. And if he melts that quickly next time trying to initiate, he might just be initiating into a 4v5 situation against his team.
Quite possible, and now you're going to see the Legion just going to take away their buffs, make sure they've got themselves fully sustained up. Everything online, speed buff for DJ Pernicus, red buff online for Adoro, purple buff online there for Panda, count on that Cupid, and the siege on the left hand side will begin. The question is, it's all about the initiation. It has to happen from Eager, and they have to pick the correct targets, but DJ's going in deep alone.
He did. He did not use that last breath. Just kind of skirting in, saying hello, and getting straight on back out of the one. The minion wave in left lane is just about at the base of Eager right now. As soon as that arrives, they want to make sure the Phoenix does not have backdoor protection, so it does not last quite as long as it may otherwise. They only have to get in range. The backdoor protection, I believe, does not reset. Actually, Blink Cataclysm coming in. The fight is on.
Fight is on. You can see Panicat disengages Desert Fury, chasing him down into the fields of love. The Kraken does not connect, but the Fear No Evil does. Adoro is destroyed, and now Pain to Beyond. Well played, and Panicat have to run for their lives. Snipe from Lassus connects as well. Eager hold. DJ Pernicus has to lick his wounds and walk away, but it's still not enough this side, and they're not back in the game yet. They have to hold a little bit longer.
Yep. This is probably the ideal time for that to happen. The Fire Giant is not up for about 2 minutes. That will buy them time. They don't have to worry about the Fire Giant getting snuck in or anything like that. But that's a small little misstep for Legion. The Fire Giant so many times today has been more of a curse than a blessing. That's going on the 4th or 5th time a team has had the Fire Giant buff and a fight at a Phoenix completely not really backfired on them. And a big part of that fight just came down to the fact that Aurora initiated the fight and did not get melted instantly. They had the full-on combination. They dropped the Solar Blessing down. He got the extra protection from that Lotus Crown, and then the extra healing as well, and they were able to pull out those 2 kills against the big important targets, the mid lane mage and the AD carry.
The big key here next is going to be this Fire Giant. The Fire Giant is going to decide this game once and for all, because the Fire Giant will spawn at roughly the same time as these Phoenixes will come back up as well. What they need to do, Eager, here is push out these waves, clear the remaining fire minions. But Lass is in trouble. Is he going to get out?
He's alright. Reinforcements are nearby. Pandavion was looking for the opportunity. I imagine it's blessing. That little yellow glow. It's like Pandavion has beads. What is this? Now it's just Magi's blushing.
No, he used weakening curse as well. He used weakening curse there as well to chase onto him, but not going to find it. Disengage happens. Eager still fine. Not too much wasted there from the boys of Legion, as DJ Pernicus kind of on the outskirts of battles for the most part. He says short cooldown, 90 seconds, but with CDR reduction, obviously not going to be that long. So Phoenixes are going to spawn at the same time as the Fire Giant pretty much, just because of the times they were taken down. But the next Fire Giant is important. Keep your eyes on Aurora. It's going to be up to him to make a big play happen. But same time, Dirty Ked does have Hog 3 as well here, boys. So keep an eye on him too.
Yep, 2 steal potentials coming out for both of these teams. Eager going to be here for the party. Chaos Titan taking a little bit of damage from a couple minions that snuck their way through, but the Phoenix is about to respawn. It's going to be back at full health in just a very short bit of time. Its health is regenerating ready. It's about to fill itself back up. Panda Cat in position and ready, starting the Fire Giant as soon as it becomes vulnerable. If they can secure this in before anyone is able to respawn, this could be a pretty big pickup for them, but Eager do not want to let them take this.
But they've got 5 minions pushing down mid. They've got 5 minions pushing down the mid. They don't know it's up yet. The 5 Giant's going to despawn. Go down already, sorry, not despawn. Well, it has despawned now that Legion have got it. And now, once again, it's Eager. It's time to defend these Phoenixes, boys. There's another 5 minion wave in right lane still coming down. The remnants of left has gone, so middle lane has gone down too. But now they're going to try and siege once more. Let's go. Eager, if you want to stay in this one and we don't want to see a game 3, it's up to Legion to try and force that to happen. And well played tanking this one up before his team even arrives. Look how tanky he is.
Yeah, Aurora coming in, finding a good Cataclysm. Maduro getting very, very low in the back of it. They can find Derek, getting in range. Sacred Monkey Teleport will get in range. It did find it. He didn't go in though. Good taunt out, keeping him away from Maduro. He's in the back. He's low on health. He's really not going to be able to participate much more in this fight without getting some sort of sustain off of somebody. The Fire Giant buff will be helping. But right now, health bars, Legion need to look to back off, or Eager might re-engage here and find some picks.
No fire minions available. Now it's only Fire Giant versus Eager and their 3 Phoenixes. They're weakened Phoenixes as well. They're all grouping up on the right-hand side. DJ's going to push in mid lane, but there's a full minion wave deep down in mid, so it's all about this right-hand side siege at the moment. They should really look, Legion, here to disengage this, push mid lane in as well, so they can try and do both. That's why the pings are in mid lane right now, showing that there's minions there. Tolly doesn't really have to worry about it just now. DJ's just trying to wait. They're looking for a pick. Aurora's ultimate on cooldown for now, but for how long is it on cooldown? 25 more seconds, boys. This is still going.
And I imagine once that comes online, we're going to see that Blink Cataclysm almost immediately. They want to catch Legion off guard if they can. A little bit of poke back and forth, but that Fire Giant buff is keeping them healthy. Eager as well. They have that Solar Blessing to top off their own health bars. So poke right now is pretty much irrelevant. It's going to come down to one big meat grinder. Pandavion going in aggressively right now. This could be the beginning of the end. There's the Blink from Aurora trying to find it. Cataclysm finds 2.
Carcass just finds 2 Death and Fury, does connect to the backside snap, does not hit anyone, dead scare, cleans up Panda Cat though, and a 5-man army is up. Well played. DJ Pernicus in mid though has taken the Phoenix, but at what cost? His teammates have fallen to the wayside. Well played. Run for your life, son. You've got an army on your back and your teammates are here to help.
He's trying to run away. Mitigate wounds is taking away, keeping him alive. Pandavion might have just stepped into his own death as well. There's a driving strike coming out, trying to run away. Shifting Sands. That's a dead Hercules. Not getting out of that one. Eager once again, 3-0. They got both Phoenixes back down. But if Legion cannot get to the Titan, it doesn't matter how many Phoenixes they take down. Eager are not letting them into their base. They don't care if they have a Phoenix or not.
Well, we're going to be back to the same position we were a few minutes ago once again. Legion versus Eager. Eager with their backs against the wall, but they're trying to stand firm at their own Phoenixes. The left-hand Phoenix is still on full HP. The Fire Giant is got down once again. The Gold Fury is back up once again. Zatman going to head over towards that Gold Fury now, I believe. They're going to look for the last remnants of gold. Still not 6 items on a lot of players on both teams. We'll have to see if this is going to make a difference to those ionizations. Pain de Beyond, if he got spotted there, oh my gosh, that'd be unfortunate. But it wouldn't be a be-all and end-all, let's be honest. If he steals this though, that's hype.
Ew, no. Might not have been the wise. This late in the game, you don't necessarily want to lose yourself and get those long, almost minute-long cooldown timers. They're going to take the gold tree, get a little bit more gold in their hand. Legion still have the lead right now. This is kind of a repeat back to that game we watched going up against King's Landing. Legion having a bit of a rough time closing out these matches.
It's a bit of a rough game, this one, honestly. It's not necessarily because Legion have played it badly. It's just the initiation from Eager is too strong. You've got to deal with Fear No Evil. You've also got to deal with the Cataclysms as well. Then you've got Stormcall as well on top of that. Then you've still got to worry about Zapman with Desert Fury coming in from the backline, which happened in that engagement. And then you've got Snipes that Lasses is on point with as well. So they're doing the best with the composition they've got, take into account Serqet can't really engage if you're sieging under a Phoenix, because if she goes in, she'll get picked immediately. Panda Cat can't really go in too deep without getting picked himself. It's up to Pain de Beyond and Well Played to really set them up, and it's not always that easy if you don't want the Earthbreaker.
A big part of it as well, Panda Cat and Adora have been getting hit by those Cataclysms from Aurora, and that's setting up the collapse of the team fight. When they're the most damage. Look at the damage chart. Both of those, Panda Cat and Adora, are top of the damage chart. The rest of the team is entirely behind Eager. They're right in the middle of the pack. And the big thing, you take down those two big damage dealers. They heal up with that Solar Blessing and look to recommit to the fight. And with most of the damage gone from Legion, it's pretty much Eager's fight to lose then at that point. And I mean, so far, they're holding on. Fire Giant's going to be respawning here in just about 30 seconds. Ward control is very much in favor of Legion right now. They want this Fire Giant yet again. I mean, are Eager going to... They have the Fire Minions to worry about in right lane and left and mid lane as well. Are they going to look for a Fire Giant fight at this point? I mean, they've been winning pretty well so far.
Let's be honest. I personally think what they should do here is give it the Fire Giant again, wait for the Phoenixes to respawn one more time, and the difference is, though, I think the Fire Giant's going to come up a little bit quicker than the Phoenixes this time around, just because of how they were taken. They were delayed on being taken so soon after the Fire Giant. Phoenixes are on 4-minute respawns, Fire Giant's on 5-minute respawns, and that's the difference you can see. Is it 5 minutes or 6? Maybe I'm wrong. I've got my timers wrong. It's a minute difference anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Fire Giant has been started. It looks like they're going to try and defend here. A little bit sooner to the party is Detica and Aurora. They're both rolling in. And Well Played's not been here to stop it.
Eager got it.
Well Played.
They got
Eager
the steal.
Get the Fire Giant, but can they force a fight afterwards? Aurora's going to get torn into a fight. Big Cataclysm. The Kraken's going to come out and connect onto Aurora. He's still alive, though. But he does go down to Pain de Beyond. And now Adora's going to run for his life, too.
Pain de Beyond still not going to survive long. Zapman dispersing forward, looking for the kill onto Well Played. This could be the game if they can clean up these last couple kills. They can storm straight through to the Titan. Respawn times right now over a minute long. Looking for Well Played. Hunbat's closing the gap. Solar Blessing coming down. Lassus gets that kill. It's all down to GJ Pernicus right now. And
Totally is so smart. Totally is so smart. There's a potential that there was a backdoor available for him. Even Zapman's going back as well. They were trying to defend the Phoenixes, but the other thing about defending the Phoenixes here, it was also to make sure there was no backdoor potential coming out from DJ Pernicus on that Serqet. It was possible with that many Fire Minions there. They all recall as a team in the end. Buy up, Fire Giant online, jump party as they head down mid lane now. They could have potentially ended themselves there with the respawn timers, but I like the call. I like the safer option. Let's not make a mistake and give away the game now. We just got ourselves damn well back into it for a minute.
Definitely. I mean, no reason to turn into a potential base race. With double waves of firemen essentially bearing down on their Titan, it would have been fairly close, but they had a large distance to cross across the map. With Fire Giant, though, on 4 members of Eager right now, only Aurora doesn't have it, and, well, the lack of sustain from the Fire Giant buff doesn't matter. They have Lassus dropping down all those lovely, delicious Solar Blessings, reinvigorating Aurora in the middle of these fights. And, you know, they have that buff. 2 towers, nice and easy to take in the left lane. They could potentially just say, you know what, we're not concerned about tower, we're going to siege down the Phoenixes themselves, and, you know, just look to close the game out.
I mean, the problem is the Phoenix in mid is weak, the Ryan Phoenix is now down. Because they all recall back to base, it now means that the Fire Giant is going to be used for more defensive duties than offensive, because they've got to watch that right-hand lane at all times. The good news is, though, is that Tolly has teleport. And we've not really discussed it much because he only had it at rank 1. There's not been many towers to teleport to. But right now, having that full teleport online means that he can split push this right lane, deal with the Fire Giant minions coming in. Sorry, the Fire Giant minions? The Fire minions coming in, and then look to siege down the left-hand side as a unit. But right now, it looks like he's just bought them a little bit more time. Gold difference is even. Experience means nothing. Why does it mean nothing? Because everyone's damn well even in levels.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much even on items, 6 items across the board. The only things left standing are those initial, mitigate wounds. Mark of the Vanguard just sold off by Athena, looking for that Soul Reaver. Those initial hits of damage could definitely be hurting once that's completed. Back on the outside, still Mark of the Vanguard online for Geb, a little, tiny bit further behind on gold, but he'll be selling it off in soon enough anyway. Right now, though, the grouping by Eager is starting to come up. Anatoly going to be looking to split push himself down the mid lane. No one is really going to be able to stop him 1v1. They might be slightly, you know, they'll slow him down slightly, but he's really not going to be able to get forced back by just one single person at this point. He is so
I prefer
tanky.
this decision. I prefer this decision from Eager than the one I was making, which was send Totally right, the rest Team Siege left. Because now they can siege 2 Phoenixes, one with the 5 minions with the whole team there to deal with and push back. At the same time, someone's got to deal with Totally in the mid lane and shut him down from going in there. And who can really? Let's be honest, look at his build. He's tanky as balls right now. He's going to be so hard to bring down. And now you're always going to be able to tank this one up in the front line. There's an engagement coming out. Zapman gets a little bit picked there. Beads were used, as was Shield, which is a bit unfortunate. So Zapman now going to have both of those on cooldown.
Indeed, going forward, I mean, they're pulling back a little bit, going to pick up some jungle buffs perhaps. Eager are being very cautious with this Fire Giant buff. We've seen, like I said, so many times today that the team gets a Fire Giant buff and then die with it. And it just kind of, the whole thing backfires on them. They only have 20 seconds left as well. It was pretty much, like you said, used for defensive purposes. Gold Fury probably going to be taken by Legion right here. They're heading over to that side of the map if they're quick about it, but if Eager sniff this one out, they could look to collapse in on. They might look to rush down a Phoenix right now as well. They're heading to that side of the map.
Look where DJ is going. He's going very, very deep. I'm pretty sure he's not going from back harpies there. He looked at him. He thought about it for a second. But the problem is he's put a ward down. Why has he put that ward down? Who's got teleport? Why did he ward that? Why did he ward that?
Consolation prize? I mean, I'm there, I have it, I may as well.
Oh, okay. No, he's gone there, put a sentry ward down, right? I'm thinking about the reasons for this. Sentry ward goes down there because now he knows a path. Look at the path down this left-hand lane that he's created for himself. He's got a ward to keep an eye around the Gold Fury area within the mid-harpies, and then he's got a sentry ward there at the back. They can burst down a Phoenix very, very quickly, or even potentially base race if they want to because of the weakened Phoenixes. Right. Plus the amount of towers being down means that the Titan's weaker as well. So that ward just means that they've got vision on that left-hand side, and no one's going to spot them if they rotate through that option. Fire Giant's going to come back up and keep an eye on what Serqet chooses to do here. It might be Serqet that goes for it, because at the moment right inside there's a fight breaking out. Zapman's in trouble.
Yeah, it took a little bit of damage. Soul Blossom coming out immediately. He's getting low on health. Desert Fury forced out. Snipe from the left is not going to connect for any damage this time around. Zapman back trying to lifesteal up. They need to keep him up and alive. She is split pushing that right side. Phoenix is about to fall once again. That's going to be more firemen in this right lane. Legion are doing what they need to do. Last is pulled in. Immediately, Stone Shield from Geb trying to get back out. Taunt on the tail end. Beads forced out. They want to close this game out now. One team needs to find a victory sooner rather than later. But this fight, health bars are full across the board, Hindu.
They are full across the board, but the Phoenix does go down. What's DJ Pernicus doing once again? He don't care about no team fighting. I'm split pushing, boys. That's what he's looking to do the whole time. The boys of Eager are backing away, though. They realise right now they're not sure where DJ is. They see him in mid lane. Re-engage from DJ. Good taunt, good cracker, double knock-up. Cataclysm comes out too. The sustain is just so good from Eager, but well played. Still finds Zapman. And Aurora's way, way too low to get involved. This DJ swings on the back. Snipe was good, and it looks like Dertica's going to pick up one, but go down in place. Aurora drops as well, and now Lasses is surrounded by 4 members. The Aegis will buy him time, but Totally, I think it's up to you, son, to try and keep this one in 2 games.
Driving strike, Earthbreaker pulling him back in. They're trying to secure this kill. If they get this, this will be the game. The door is open, and Anatoly will fall. Legion are going to be bringing us to the ace match here, guys, in week number 3 of the North American Challenger Cup. Surrender vote coming out to confirm it. Legion, it took them a while to get there. 46 minutes, 29 seconds in, securing themselves the win in game number 2.
Really, really crazy game between these two teams. Legion and Eager played so well throughout the whole of it. Legion had the advantages for the most part. Eager did some great base defenses. There's a potential at the Fire Giant that they stole away and they cleaned up the fight afterwards. They could have sent one person back to defend. The rest could have tried to end the game there, but it was not the easiest situation to make a call on. They chose to go back to the tower. Maybe that was the issue that cost them the game, but at the same time, the Fire Giant respawns. They don't get anything out of the Fire Giant, just being able to delay, farm up a little bit more. They didn't manage to siege the Phoenix. They were hoping to go for the Fire Giant a second time round, but DJ Pernicus with the split push on that right hand side Phoenix just caused so many issues for them that brings them in. Look at the damage charts though.
I don't have that one up yet. I imagine they're quite up there. Oh yeah, a big part of that last team fight as well came down to Zapman getting caught out. He just finished off that Odysseus' bow as well. It's roughly a 1.8 times attack speed bonus if you're successfully chaining that little effect across 4 members. And as quick as Zapman is attacking with that Executioner with the Odysseus bow itself, he essentially doubles his attack speed additionally. It's a very, very strong late game hyper scaling item. if he'd been able to stay alive in that last fight, he would have been dishing out damage all over the place, but he was the first one to fall, and that kind of set up the rest of the team fight. Most of your damage was gone. You know, we talked about the damage charts a little while ago, how Panda Cat and Adoro kept getting picked off, and the damage from Legion really just wasn't there. They were able to stay alive in that fight, and with Zatman picked off, that was most of the damage for Eager, and there was really nothing they could do about it afterwards, because, well, they just couldn't kill anybody.
Well, the best news is, as Zoidberg would say, good news, everyone! We get a game 3 between Legion and Eager once again this week, guys. Cut to a quick break as these guys load in. They're probably taking a breather themselves. And then we'll get you back in the action with picks and bans for Legion versus Eager game 3.